Hello everyone, welcome back to Inspired Minds. Today's guest doesn't really need any introduction, guys, but please help me welcome Fagan Muller. Hi, brother.
Very well, very,
Good to have
very
you on, man.
appreciated.
Good to have you on. I really appreciate it.
No,
So, guys, the things that I admire most about this guy is his confidence, his leadership qualities. Because I know you were the lecturer at something as well.
Yeah.
You were there, and I was actually in your class.
But I did my teaching practical.
Yeah.
2013.
2013.
You matric?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, 2016 I'm matriculated. But
2016.
there was you did a practical, your internship or something.
Yes, I did my teaching practical there in 2013.
Yeah,
That's
and I watched Fagan play football as well for Saxon Rovers. I watched him
Okay.
play there, so beautiful brother. Respect.
I'll take that. It's at the end of my career.
But share with everyone who you are and what it is you're doing.
So firstly, to your brother, first to you, I must say thank you for inviting me. Episode 14.
Only pleasure, brother.
Episode 14, brilliant, pushing, I love it. I must say, I mean, you have pushed me to do this. I also want to have a podcast, and like I told you before we were on the call, that if 100 people have podcasts, it's just more platforms for people to share the story. So first of all, big ups to you for starting, because we say it all the time, but you don't stop, So before I speak about me, I want to say thank you to you for starting, because you started it into a community where a lot of people maybe talk about it, but you start sharing the stories in the community. And for me, I can just say thank you, because I've been in this community longer than you, and I've grown up in it. And this is something we've needed. We actually need to share more of this about each other in this community, because there's beautiful, brilliant, lovely people in Stratham. I mean, I've grown up here, my childhood was in here, but I've grown up here. I would say I was raised here. So top stuff for that, brother. And I know you're gonna have a lot of people, like you said, getting over that hurdle to just start. A lot of people's gonna say maybe everybody wants to be a podcaster. Yeah. You do you, brother. You do you.
Thanks, man.
So that's the So me, who am I? So Fagan Muller, always mentioned I'm from the Tassie Streets of Hanover Park, 39 Surdown Walk. That's my mom's area, and 51 Kariba That's my mom. My one more is obviously in Cowboy Town, it's closer to Penwazi Estate, as they say. And the other one is by the Hanover Park Baths, aka the Butts. So I'll put it like that so everybody knows. So yeah, from the dusty streets of Hanover Park, I think very important I mentioned where I come from. I always tell people, I know where I'm from, just click on the most dangerous place in the world. It's probably number 4 or 5 there. But very important to explain where I come from, because it wasn't all roses what you had around you. But I think our family dynamic, growing up with my mom was a twin. She also just had this breakout mentality. She always said, no, I'll move out of Hanover Park. And then she moved to Stratham. She got a job at the pharmacy in Stratham. She was very avid in the community for 22 years. I mean, a lot of people know her, they love her in this community. She passed on in 2013. It's really sad for all of us, cancer. So I understand the disease and I understand what it is to lose someone. So a lot of people speak about experience, so that's an important experience to share. And I love being transparent about that, because a lot of people go through a lot of things. It's important to make sure people understand that going through things is just part of the journey. So that's just another seed of exposure that I've been through. Because a lot of people tend to say, you haven't experienced this before. So I have, so I feel it's always important for people to know that. So again, she loved this community. I came, started in primary, loved the school, met everybody, the community. Because I lived in the plaza. Started in plaza, I was there all day from school, I'm there. Good friends, met through there. And then I actually went to Belgravia. The story I never tell people. I actually went to Belgravia after surrounding primary for 3 months. For the first term, before I came to surrounding I got into a bit of an altercation. Because my uncle then were like, all the guys, they were also on the school, so there was a bit of a fight on school. So I was like, I don't be here. Actually saw all my friends at surrounding I, and I was like, nah. And then, I went to Stratham, I changed my life. I was a big clown in school. I mean, everybody knows when I was a big clown in school. Big ups to all my teachers at Stratham. I don't know, roll off and mention all of them, but I was a clown and I tormented a lot of teachers. But I did everything on school, man. Like, I was in the play, I was on the soccer team. There was cricket to be played. I played cricket once. I think I looked at the rugby people play once. I remember I tried playing cricket, so I did that all of it.
Yeah.
But Stratham I changed my life, because meeting good people. I mean, I always loved football. So I always played. Coming to Stratham, played for the club. Coming to Stratham, The whole school plays for the club. Beautiful. So everybody's friends. And in that time, obviously, I think I was grade 11, yes, grade 11, and it's 2003. So Mr. Gavin Manuel, God rest his soul, my football mentor, soccer daddy, best man, you know, and the way he brought football across to us was something different. And remember, he came with a whole lot, he came with accolades, like Hellenic background, took this team, and I said, Straumann, here's no player that's like, no big player. And he gave a lot of us a chance. You know, he always told me, you just have perseverance, and I'm like, I'm going with perseverance, because he always told me that's what makes it. I mean, we had top players in school. I remember he took us to Hellenic, and I'll share more about that. Like, I've been at loads of trials. I've never made one.
Serious?
I've never ever made a trial. And it's your seeds of exposure, man. People don't understand. And I used to run around for trials. I begged my daddy. I used to look at me like, this guy's gonna go again. Because you know, in your community, you're like a top player. And I remember one day when the FC Fortune trials, I filled the car, I'm like, Daddy, we're taking everybody with. And other people all made it. I'm like, it was fine, you know. However, those things always, I loved the game. And it was pushing and chasing the game. I'll never forget when Gavin Manuel took us to Hellenic once. And I had one session with the guys, and the next time I was, Mr. Manuel taking me with again? He said, hey, Fagan. And then the other two boys. But it's fine, and he said, because you have perseverance.
They kill most footballers, especially coming up.
Yeah, and you're 18, 19, you want to be a Hellenic, and that time, and then it's, that's a Hellenic, that's evil in me, that's next level stuff. And I love football stories, by the way, that's my thing. Cape Town football stories, I love, I can give you so much. And that's the reason why I've started what I've started, is to share the stories, man. Because the footballers now think it's just gravy now. It's gravy. We all the elder statesmen of the football. I'm 34, but I played with big elder statesmen. We will all say it's gravy now for these boys with the underdog, you know. But just getting back, and then obviously chasing the football dream, played in high school, and then we played the university sport. We played Tux at the end of the year. Mr. Manuel took us for a tour. We had a good season, Mr. Price, but he had all his connections. Took us to Tux, we played, and then a friend of mine, Rowan Solomons, we went. They invited us to come back in December. So we went, the first week we stayed there, we stayed in a high performance center. So it was potent. I'll never forget the day we landed, Robin Johannes and Lerato Jabangu just signed for Sundowns. They became the most expensive teenagers in South Africa, 2.6 million. That's the type of football stories I like. So he left and we just arrived. Anyway, we kind of made it. They said, look, we're going to have a look along at us, but then they moved us to the dormitories. And me and my brother was like, look at easy, sleep on the floor. But the grind, there was that grind, you had to be a footballer. Do you know, in that academy, I was with George Maluleka, was with us, Doomy, Trent Staples, Rudy Isaacs. They were all never ever thought about going to university in high school, ever. Like, it was never my thought. I don't even think in high school I went to university to go look how it looks. Like, I was just one track, football. I just wanted, man. I just wanted, you know, it was that I want to make my mom proud to see me on TV, that moment. And I was adept in football, you know. I always say I was the best player. People would be like, you played, you were decent. But for me, and that's why, you know, to footballers out there, I want them to listen to that. If I say I wasn't a decent footballer, and I made it, I played NFD, played for 4 years, National First Division, and I say I'm not, then how hard did you need to work? Because I worked hard, I worked. I used to tell people, write this down, you are who you are when no one's around. Yeah. When I used to run up and down there and Straumann on the side road, everybody just look, you don't know I'm playing for Mr. Price at the time, I'm going from this, I had so much disappointments in my football career. But it was part and parcel of what I wanted. So you go through it, you experience, you take it. So anyway, coming back, you know, into UWC. So now I'm at UWC, I got registered. Mom said, okay, go to university. You know, when I got to university, I can meet a lot of like-minded people that changed my life. But it's also like-minded people that like to party and have a lot of money and things like that. And now you're chasing a football career and you're 18. So I would definitely say that I think I would have played a bit earlier, sooner, at a higher level because of my attitude, not my attributes. Not at all my talent, but because of my attitude. But because I was spiraling out of control. I was telling you yesterday I broke my phone down and I only got it back today. But it's because it was God telling me you're spiraling out of control. I was just thinking that I was driving and I was thinking, at the times in my football career, I was spiraling out of control. When I was doing well in football, you're buzzing in the field, you're buzzing on training, you're playing, you're starting, but then your social life also picks up at that same time, and that is that moment that God's telling you what's important. What do you want? Because I'm like, oh, everything's buzzing. Now the social life is also picking up, like, it's parties, it's this one you want to be with, and you want to be, and because you play so. People are like, this guy studies and plays, that's an anomaly. I know footballers, they like, man, all through my career, and I call it a career even though I was playing Vodacom, second division, because I got paid to play. And when I say paid to play, when I do my talks now, when we get into my company, is when I do my talks, the first thing I share with the players, I never got paid well. I used to say that. Obviously, I must say that. Now, I tell everybody, like, man, I'm getting 5, man, I'm getting 5, in the meantime, I'm getting 2. But you can't play like you're getting 2. You know? You can't play like you're getting 2. I've never played like I was getting 2. You know, that people are like, you must be getting, no. Because at the end of the day, it's what you want. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's not, I needed to, I wanted it. It was for me. I can't care about what people think about me. I really can't. And I had players who have much better ability. Then I'm like looking at you and you're complaining about the money that you're getting. Like I don't, Like I do that on my own in the side there and on my pit. You know, you're struggling, but if there's things you can't do, then you can't do it. You know, I can say my best seasons, winning the Vodacom twice, even my one very good season in the NFD was being extremely disciplined. Like your friends will be shocked. And you say, now I'm playing tomorrow. So you're not going to have you're not going with. You're not, what? I'm playing tomorrow.
There's another level.
There's training tomorrow. There's only training. Like, again, now we're moving to like-minded people. And, you know, networking, your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
These things you can I would meet, you know, have a network of people. I've dabbled in university, football, business, and these things. You meet a network of people. But the amount of like-minded people, you find in your hand. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, everybody operated the entourage. I always said, do you think that entourage is saying, hey, don't go train, man. Are you crazy? You need to have people that are like-minded with you. And in saying that, so just back to where we are now, is that I played, and then I played Vodacom all the time. Couldn't get that breakthrough, you know, and I know it was because of my social life. I'd be the first person to explain it to every footballer now. You know, I look back and think, I can do nothing about it. I can do nothing about it. I accept it. Yeah. However, now I see there's a pattern to it. Nobody's willing to break the cycle. How can footballers still be doing it now 10 years later? You're 24, 23, 25. What are you doing? Do you have a CV? My man, I used to run around and ask anybody for taxi fee. Like I have crazy stories of football. You know, one season I was at the peak of my football. I won everything. I won the Vodacom, won the playoffs, came back to Cape Town. Life was sorted. I just finished my 3rd year. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to the NFD now, and something happened at the club, altercation with them, and they said, no, we don't want you here. So for whatever reasons, they gave me a bad offer, which was definitely not what was spoken about. And then I'll never forget the day leaving the field, like 2 weeks after coming back from the playoffs, winning everything. Like I'll never forget the day when I left there and they said, nah, because I told them, look, can't I just look like a trialist and you tell me I'm good enough? Because then my dream, I'm like 27, like you're a buzzing, brother. You know, 27 centre back, and I was feeling myself, brother. Just finished my university studies, my mentality monster at the time. And that's what I want to create, man, with footballers and sportsmen and businessmen and people. Because it's performance. Are you willing to invest in yourself? You know?
It's very important.
I mean, occasionally I walked away from that field like I was walked from Breakout to Breakout. Like I'm walking in the roads there like, yo. How did this happen? Like, boom, stand up. I got into a taxi, got home. You gotta dust yourself off, big man. Look here, this just happened. You have to put your tail between your legs now and phone another club and ask, look here, now they're offering you still way less than me. So be it. Do you want it? I wanted it. You know, what do you want? You complain about so many things, but what do you want? And it's the dream, you know, nobody can see it. Your imagination. Nobody can see your imagination. And it pushed, got to the point of pushing myself. And then after that season, I got a phone call from David Notwani, once you had Santos, boom, NFD. The crazy thing was the same year I'm a Mongolian. So I mean, I literally
in that same year.
In the same time, in July. I literally signed my first NFT contract in a week later on my pastor.
Sure.
The last picture, she got the picture of me in my Santos game. That was cool.
And
So, you know, you got crazy football stories. I played university sports South Africa. So that was a big thing also. So people are like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, university, with all universities of South Africa. It's a national team. I played I was the captain, and I had like Tabora Gali was in the team, Collision, Vuilupeta, Collision Komalo. This is big players in the PSL. You know? Big boys. You played with them. Academics. Academic players.
Like-minded.
Woo! Loved the time with him. You know, I played there, came back. The coach there was Coach Tom. He was at Golden Arrows. He literally came to Cape Town to sign me. He came with a contract. And I had to choose. The day he came with a contract, my mom got a letter to say she's going to start the chemotherapy. That was that choice.
Sure.
Obviously chose the other. You know, you can take the contract over the brand. That dream will come soon.
Yeah.
You know, I was even thinking now, like maybe I will get that PSL cap, but I'll probably have to buy a club.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is also one game. But, and then obviously playing for Santos, you know, also had a bit, I was getting old. I was 31. And then I studied again.
Sure.
I said, I need to do something, man. I can't,
I'm gonna do nothing now.
and I can't have this thing of football, man. It's too little. I know every footballer out there in Europe has something behind their names, not business or something.
100%.
These boys don't even know about business. I'm going to say this, and this is one that hurts most of them when I tell them, when they turn their back, I say, you're a good footballer, you're earning good money, but you're still driving a good car. They must always buy golf. So you're still driving a nice golf to your mommy's house.
Yeah.
I'll rather take a taxi to my own home.
Yep.
And then we have the pause. Then I say, it's here, my boy. I don't care you helping your mom them from where you're from. Because most of us are from the dusty.
Yeah.
But you have to have a breakout mentality. That's important. Because it's about making that cycle, man. And that's what my mom did. She just went, poop. Nothing at all, my animal pop. Just meeting new people. You just got to break the cycle.
That's it.
That's just about breaking the cycle. Literally about, and it's a vicious cycle. You keep it continuing, you'll see it spiraling out of control. I mean, it speaks about it in the Bible, no kids having, I see it, you know, I was in the trenches, in Mitchell's Plain, teaching there for 5 years, beautiful. So I lived, so at Santos, I was there for 4 years. And that's the time I met you guys at school, and that was crazy. Like, train in the morning at 9, run to school at 12, leave at 3, get back to training. It's possible, man.
Yeah.
I feel so liberated now I come to school. I mean, I would say you come through my hands. You know, there was a lesson that I taught you.
Yeah.
I mean, one of your students, I think it's Amber, who writes for the August.
Amber Marcus. No.
Court, I think.
Amber Court.
So I think she writes for the August. And I remember distinctly sitting in a class, you know, and in an English lesson with me. And I'm like, I don't know if she's writing for the August. She said in my English class, you know.
Yeah.
So those little gems, man, that you pick up, and that was the thing on school. You know, I was all about, you know, obviously getting my school fraternity. I picked up Cedar High School. Then I left Santos. Digress. I left Santos. I'm going to go teach now. How lovely is that? I leave the school. I'm like, bye-bye.
Just like that.
Altercation with you? No. Boop. Leave. Walked into a school, a teaching job. Called my mentor, one of my football mentors for always, Desmond Croy. He's a teacher at Cedar High School. Gave him a call. He's like, pick up, come around here, go for the interview, see what you can do, speak to the principal. I think I'm good with interviews. And needless to say, the principal was like, bro, you can start tomorrow. I'm like, I'm in. And the principal's words to me was, you know, Muller, all I want you to do is change the face of the school. How we are spoken about. So I said, look, that's a media footprint. We need. So he's like, look, at the moment, we like, you know, it's just a school. You know, it's just a school, so there's some things happen here. We're an art school, by the way, so we have good art things that happen here. But I'm like, I was a clown in school. I was involved in everything.
Yeah.
There's a wall, there's a stage, you have dance, drama, music,
Everything.
leave me to it. Because I remember when I was on Strand, one of the teachers said, let's start a media club. And I started that immediately, like media club, boom, school's Facebook page, this. Yeah. And my time at Cedar High School was the greatest seed of exposure ever. Better than my footballing time. Teaching.
And look how life turns out.
Oh, all of that season exposure, like teaching, man, the kids. You can't, like I always say, people can say, what about the education system? Yeah, we know the stuff. You want to teach what you want to teach. So why don't you? The lovely thing is, I taught English. So I could go anywhere with it. Anyway. All my children all know about from 1904 when Rockefeller invented the education system. My kids know that you are not determined by 10 out of 100 and 90 out of 100. The 10 out of 100 child is, you are not the 10 out of 100. We are not determined by what's on the mark sheet. right? We know what we need to pass. We're going to systematically break down who are you and what the system needs. Because you are not defined by the system. Now this is me doing it with grade 8 already. Now the grade 8 I get
Yeah.
I mean the kids are later in the school career, they're even like, you know, and I would give kids book like Bob Proctor's book. I mean I blew their mind to see what Bob Proctor, like they were like so, you know, then you have the, because I always used to take like, you know the naughty class? Like,
Yeah.
I mean 2 years ago I had a class, the whole class was repeating. They were the best kids ever. You know what? Soft skills, man. Soft skills. The top student doesn't always have the soft skills. I'm going to do a survey now. I want people to phone around and ask the top student how they're doing at work. Maybe they're not getting treated that well because they don't have the soft skills. So you have that eccentric student that have all that soft skills, man. They're able to talk to people, relate. Maybe just is a bit too, so I calm down.
Calm down, yeah.
This is how you deal with people. Speak last. Listen first. You know, and those are the mental skills that Blast does, that the company does. It's because mental skills is not to say, so what do you do?
Yeah.
I need to do a needs assessment. Don't ask me what do I do. Let's talk. Come, sit down. So my first question to you is, Mommy, Daddy, at home? Who's at home?
Yeah.
Why are you asking that, sir? I need to know that.
Yeah.
There's no mommy at home, then you need a hug. There's no daddy at home, you need a pat on the back. If I can find that out, if it's both at home, okay, then let's talk.
Yeah.
So once there's a needs assessment, that's important. You know, that is far and foremost important. And obviously teaching at the school created so much vibe on the school, myself and a bunch of, all the teachers, you know, good support, support from the teachers. But yeah, you know, I was just a lot, man. So I think maybe I asked a bit too much from everybody. But it was for the kids always, man. Everything was always, you know, and you get to a point where you feel, you know, you push a lot and sometimes you just, well, I felt that I was getting judged more by my intention than my purpose, right? So my intention was never to be the best teacher in the world type of thing.
And sometimes it can come across that way to other people.
And it's tough, you know, it's tough, but I've learned to, and you know, being around the right people. Because the right people will see, but we don't see you that way. Why you? No. You know, I had it in a week where someone said, no, I don't see you that way. You just, like, we need this energy, that's what we need.
And you have a growth mindset also.
You know, and it can't be the same all the time, man. It can't be the same, like, we are spiritual beings, man. And I don't believe in jack of all trades. Like, I fight with a lot of people about that, like, jack of all trades, master of none. I'm like, jack of all trades, master all.
Yeah.
So I'm a master all. We didn't get people that's so multifaceted. But we constantly want to stick to a pervasive mindset about jack of all trades. We look at things like, and I was speaking about, like, you listen to Grant Cardone, E.T., all these motivational speakers out there. If you're not listening to them, then you're not going to be part of the 1%. But you can't come to me and say, but I heard that on that clip. I'm applying it.
It's different.
Because knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is.
Taking action.
You got to. You know, my footballers, yeah, not so clever at school, and I said, how can you not be clever at school? Bring me the top student, bring you, right? We do the work, he's going to get 90, you're going to get 30, done.
Yeah.
Let's go to the field, passing the ball. Now why can you do that and he can't? Do you understand your power? Okay, thank you, now let's go back here. Can we apply now?
Yeah.
Because everything is a mindset change.
Everything.
You know, some people are either, they want it immediately, so we need to change that. So we need to show you a story about how long someone took for that moment. And for me, that's what career guidance is, and those things, mentorship. Kiyosaki say, a real teacher, fake teacher. There came a time my children in school is asking the people, like, sir, do you have a business? I'm like, teachers that. You know, but that's funny for me because they're like, sir, you teach English, did you write? And I'm like, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I did write. I wrote about some articles for the on-campus magazine at UWC. So you know what the pressure's about. Yeah. And that's what people's about. Because like now, so I obviously do mental skills training and performance coaching. So people are like, do you have a sports psychology degree? So no, I did study psych, 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah. And
I played sport. So okay, let's go to the other side of the coin. You studied sports psychology. You walk in the room, everybody that's sitting there don't have respect for you because they're already like, shh, I come with the academic background here.
Yeah.
You gotta be in that moment, man. You know, one of the questions, or a couple of the questions I asked everybody, sport and business associates, I say, have you ever thought about something non-sport or business related while you were in that moment? So imagine you're on the field and you think about something at home, that's a block. I can deal with that block. You know? And that's the mental skills you need to deal with. Have you choked before? Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
Have you went blank? Sir, I went blank. Nonsense. We will deal with it. It's a moment. You know?
It's a moment.
And it's performance coach and mental coach. You know the problem is everybody's like, what do you do? I can't show you. I can't let you see it. You know, and that's what we want. This generation now is instant gratification. If I said, you do this coaching course, you'll get this jacket at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, ooh, I'm in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but it's going to increase your life performance by 25%. That's
Different, yeah.
But I don't know, I think we jumped into all your questions now. You went on a tangent.
So, through all the tough times, what kept you going? You know, the challenges that you faced, what kept you going through that?
Through that moment, it's just like what really kept me going was, first of all, I had a very, very strong support structure. Like my mom was like, my mindset was just I had good support structure. So my mom, and just family, you know, everybody, you just keep on going, keep on pushing yourself. But my mindset was never to stop, man, and I wanted it. You know, and I never ever cared if people thought, you know, you can't.
That's a skill, eh? Not caring what other people's opinions are about you.
Yeah, no, but the lions can't care about the opinions of sheep, my man. And you gotta see yourself that way. You gotta see yourself as different, you know, trying to do so much things. And again, my biggest mindset gift that I can give to everybody is that you are who you are when no one's around. I guarantee that was my mindset. I promise you, in front of everybody, I was the clown. Everybody knows Fagan. You know, you
know what you did behind the
scenes.
scenes.
Like, you know, my study time is in the morning. I YouTube from 12 to 5, and people come out and you can ask my brother, ask my dad, ask everybody, ask my wife. She's like, I know it, never. That's my time. Like, I'll want to sit during the day, I'll want to watch the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to study after the game. Like, you crazy, why don't you study during the game? I want to watch the game. I must study.
Yeah.
I break myself.
Yeah.
Sleep in a bed.
Yeah.
You know, and crazy things. You know, one day you're rushing from training to university to get to your niece, you're running there, you're 15 minutes late, and people are like, are you sure you still want to run? I'm like, I need to run.
Yeah.
Putting in all that, the mental, you are so powerful, people. You are so powerful beyond your measure.
You start with that mindset.
Just you gotta push yourself, you know. And having the right mindset is having like-minded people around you. You know, through your life, you go through different seasons with different people also. Now, I can say in the season of me playing, I did have people that were pervasive that said, you want to come, but I did have a lot of people like, come, push yourself. Friends also, you know, push yourself. However, you come to a different phase. When I was teaching, everybody was like, but now you're like, you're reinventing yourself, again, something new. It's possible. It's possible. So the mindset is always just, I need to do what is best for me. And if you have a good support structure, sky's the limit. You know, sky is the limit. So mindset, definitely, you are who you are when no one's around. I work best when no one's watching.
So you married, right? Share with everybody, what role does your wife play in your life?
Okay, so my wife is number one support structure. Right? We met in university. Quick story. We met in university, I think at the time, it was my first year, my first year, and then the first year. It was bad, you know. The first year, and I was like, nah, I need to be disciplined now. I need a girlfriend. And then I'll never forget the story. I told her I'm going to share the story. I was standing in the parking lot and I think I need to go to the car. Someone will take me to train. Because I needed to get to university to train from there to work. And I'm like,
sure.
He always says, so many people think you just took me in my car. And I'm like, okay, let me explain. There was a girl that got into a BMW and I was like, no, high maintenance. And then she was walking to a nice Uno and I was like, yeah, let me introduce myself to her.
Yeah.
And the rest was history. We dated for 11 years. And I say that because she always just allowed me to be who I am. You know? After we both studied the same thing, she went to go do a PhD, a PhD, postgraduate certificate in education. She got into teaching, started teaching in Menenberg. She taught crazy school. Menenberg. You can't come fetch me, I'm laying on the floor now. Okay? Anyway, so from Menenberg, she went to Ottery, she came in the private industry as well. Crazy. So these experiences, and it was I was playing all the time. So you can imagine now. She's 24, 23, about 22 maybe. She's in school, she's teaching, she gets a good salary. I'm busy getting peanuts, brother. Peanuts! Telling everybody I'm getting in their lives, you know, and be it in business, you know, so, and that's why we started together. because she's got that seeds to offer. I've got that seeds to offer. We've met great people in Brian King and Cindy King's. He's a driving school. We will teach you how to drive. Remember, everybody takes a different time how to drive. Very important to do a needs assessment. But iGlobalFX is a driving school. They will teach you how to drive. You choose how fast and you choose what kind of car you want to drive. And that's how we work with the trading. The educational platform that IGF offers for the community of like-minded people, then the ultimate thing is you get taught by the CEOs. I always say that you can go on YouTube and get all this information. But as it says in the Bible, he shall call you by name. Now I prefer being taught when someone says, Fagan.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I can see you don't understand what's going on. You have a question. I prefer that. Cindy and Brian, the most transparent people ever. They have daily struggles like us. You know? I don't mean, and I mean, they just recently had a little kid, 2 months ago. So they're normal people. They're just living and they want to change the reality for us. Because what do we think? The American dream. They're going to tell you. They're going to come home. We want to get them home. We want to get them home. So, because them coming here is that spark, Having that people here, you can feel and touch them. They really speak to you. And that's the difference of iGlobalFX. So, besides all the questions you want to ask about trading, you can make that list investment. Please just understand that Forex, like everything else, is education. Like everything else. You can go in there for 2 months and it's going to work. But there's going to come a watershed moment when stuff is going to stop working and you're going to be like, huh?
Yeah.
Because hashtag always a student. Hashtag always a student. Cindy and Brian is still learning. They love learning. How can they master traders, they still learning.
Yeah.
And that's the passion they put in is what has sparked me to chase my dream. You know what I mean? Brian's a top 500 Forbes leadership coach. So if I'm being mentored by that man, if I can bring him into your company, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's international. So yeah, that's the best thing you do for it. You want to get into it, reach out to iGlobalFX and get the skill set. Sit in the classes. It's live classes. Coaches are from South Africa, coaches are from America. People know you. You can message all the time. I don't understand this. I don't understand this.
Ask questions.
Ask all the time. My phone is full. My students know already. You don't want to reply immediately, but you will reply. And the reply is in good quality.
Yeah.
We have a background with such good videos and platforms that we have created. You'll be sitting there like, yo, everybody wants to create their own thing. And again, I know there's loads of local Forex trading and I don't have anything against anybody, but just the kingdom-minded, purpose-driven mission that we are on is that we can empower families and lives. Empower people and lives. Empower. What does that mean? You can create your own wealth, your own economy at all. What do you guys want? Everybody trades for something different. If you only want to trade to make so much on the extra side, then
do it. Do it makes you happy.
Do it makes you happy. You don't need to be showing everybody everything.
Stay humble.
I trade so what must I drive one series or what?
Yeah.
So then you be like, nah, it works. You do you. That works for you. That's what makes you think that Forex works and you wait for that. But unfortunately for me it works. I can just chase my dream. I'll do it. I know it's not going to come overnight. I understand I have to grind for 6 months. But I understand my skill set's also going to be better in 6 months.
Yeah. So before I ask my last 2 questions, where can everyone find you on social media?
Okay, so you can find me on my personal Facebook page on Fagan Muller. And then very importantly, go follow the BLASC page, BLASC. It's Business, Life, Academic and Sports Coaching. Please go follow the page, reach out to us. At the moment you can reach out to me and Fagan Muller at yahoo.com. Just send us an email, you can ask us what it's about, we'll give you a needs assessment call, and then we'll take it from there, be it for business, be it for students, be it for individuals, be it for lifestyle. Just to also add, like we've partnered with so many good psychologists, we're doing so many different therapies for people, businesses, team building and so forth. But reach out to us on that platforms. I also want to add, reach out to Success in Color on Facebook. It's another one of our business partners. They do applications and bursary. They have bursaries for students, adults, anybody. And then also our other business partner is www.iglobalcoach.com. That's Brian King and Cindy King, the CEOs. That's where our business affiliates come from. So it's affiliations. It's partnerships. You know you do better with your time if you're around the right people. So yeah, that's where you can reach us. Yeah.
So if you could make one change in the world, what would it be and why?
I would, if I could make one change, so me, I'd be the change you want to see in others. So if you want to make one change in the world, invest in yourself, like in you. Like, and a lot of people don't understand what that means. Now, yes, it might be giving out a call to employ, but you know what's investing in yourself? I think myself. Yesterday I invested in myself by going to the Secret Sunrise Festival on Greenpoint. It's a little silent disco. That was investing in myself. Because that was liberating for my spirit. You know, that's investing in myself. If you're going out to party and so forth, I hope that is time taken off. But there need to be time to invest in yourself. You know? And how do you invest in yourself? By finding the right people that's going to be around you. Alright? So with Blast, we want to connect the right people together. So from my personal view is that if people find out how to invest in themselves, that will change the world. It will change the world. Because I'm not going to say drugs and this, all the other mediocre things that are and always will be around. Do you know what is also always going to be around? Mindset and motivation. The difference is
the best assets.
The ones who choose to use it and the ones who choose not. The ones who choose to look at others and the ones who choose to start something from scratch even though they didn't have the confidence to do it, and now they're 14 episodes in. Yeah. That's the difference. So I can come out there and say, oh, you need to change this, this, and this, and this. I say, just invest in yourself and invest in you. You know, you pay for an extra coach to do some extra physical, and then you think your game's going to be better. And then when you take a knock in the game, and your game dips like this, and you phone him and then he's like, but we did it on training. I didn't need that now. I needed somebody to say, look here, you know what? Everybody expects good work from you all the time. Heavy is the head that weighs the crown. Yeah. You understand? Yes. Mental skill, change. And that is what it is, my love.
Guys, take the time and effort to watch Fagan Muller's video. I appreciate it so much, brother.
Give thanks, brother. Thanks, give thanks for the time, the effort. Yo, I know I can talk a lot. This is what it's about. This is what I used to the game. You said I can take the time, so thank you for that, and thank you for not making it as structured as you said. I can just go, be myself, talk.
Flow is yours.
And much appreciated, brother. We will definitely link soon, and I think the next time will be me interviewing you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you.
Stop.
Appreciate it.